welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Let's jump right into it. First of all, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for tuning in today. Those for clicking on the video, those who are new here for the first time, welcome. And those who continue to tune in week to week, thank you, thank you, thank you. So you all see what I am coming in with today, a good project that I was working on in the background. And when I tell you, this is one of my proudest makes from this year. Anytime I have something where I know I'm digging my teeth in, meaning maybe it's some techniques new that I'm learning, something I haven't done before. And so yeah, there's some of that in this project. As you can tell, Lady Dane is sporting it. Lady Dane is also wearing the my vintage Vember sewing make. I just did a review on this. It's a vintage simplicity pattern. So if you miss the sewing buzz is when I talked about this, go check that out. As a matter of fact, I'll make sure that video is popping up at the end of this video, and then you can go watch that when you have some time. And so anyway, I am so excited to bring you this pattern today, you guys. First of all, don't forget, y'all been shopping. And I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget my holiday sale on SewNaturalDane.com. The link is down below. 45% off site-wide inventory sale. I need to unload. So go continue shopping. Everything, even the stuff in the Shop My Closet. I only have 2 things left over in the Shop My Closet, but things in the Shop My Closet, everything on the website, garment labels, monthly make calendars, the buttons, everything is 45% off, and that will be my lowest sale for the year and going forward. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this make. So I am so excited. I was a tester for this. This is the Itch to Stitch Andy's jacket, and so I have my notes here, so hopefully I don't forget anything. By all means, if you have any questions afterwards, put them down in the comment section and I will definitely answer them as soon as possible. But let me describe to you the Andy's jacket. There's so many great features about this jacket. And actually, let me move her up some. Yeah, so I can share some of the details close up with you. And so what is the Andy jacket? So the Andy jacket does come in cup sizes. I will let you know I did make mine in the double D cup. I did use the double D cup option. That was perfect for me. The hood here is a 3-line piece hood with the optional drawstring, which I did do. I'll talk about that. It's unlined. It's completely unlined, but if you look at mine, you can tell, yeah, your girl did a few extra things. And so I'm going to tell you what I did. You may or may not want to do what I did. But it's gorgeous. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. It has princess seams from the shoulders, and I'll make sure the line drawing, I pop that up too. Ample front pockets with exposed zippers. In mine, yeah, wait till I show you. It has a nice high-low hem, which I like. So, and you'll see the pictures, and if you saw my pictures, I would have posted by now on Instagram. You would have seen that. And it's the fabric it is designed for is a fleece back soft shell fabric, with or without stretch. Actually, you need a tiny, I take that back, you need a tiny bit of stretch for the project. And so for me, when this went up for test, I searched for soft shell fabric. It is not easy to find here in the United States. However, from what I saw, it's easy to get in Canada and it's easy to get in UK. As a matter of fact, I want to say Minerva carries soft shell fabric. I did find a place on Etsy, and when I ordered it, they never shipped it out, and days were going by because, you know, you only get so much time to test. And I figure, oh, I found a, you know, a place here in the US on Etsy, and, you know, I was pinging the shop. They never responded or whatever. So I end up just asking for my money back, and I end up getting a full refund for that, because by the time it would have came, it would have been pointless. This would have already been released. So I went with this was always plan A. Plan B was the soft shell fabric I found, and had it arrived in time, I would have made it out of the soft shell fabric. Soft shell fabric is waterproof. This is also waterproof. I'll tell you what this is in a moment and where I purchased it from. And then the inside is soft. It's a soft shell. So the shell of the outer part is waterproof, and the inside has that backing. Nice. It's like it looks like the feel of a fleece backing. So the sizing for this, it goes up to a D cup, A cup, through a double D cup, and it's made for somebody that is typical height is 5'6". I am 5'7", so I thought in my torso is shorter, so it worked fine for me. The sizing that you have, and I am going to read to you finished garment measurements because that's what I went off of to select my size. It starts out at a bust of an A, 34 inches, up to double D, 70 inches. And so that is very, very nice size inclusive. And so she goes from a 00 up to a size 40 in her sizing. The waist starts at a 37 7/8 and goes up to 62 5/8. And the hip goes from 35 1/8 up to 67 inches. So yes, and that's finished garment measurements. So you can determine how much ease you want, take your measurements, figure out how much ease you want in there, and then you can see where you fall. The size I selected is I started out as a size 18 at the shoulder, so up here at the top, which for me, finished garment double D is a 53 1/4. I am 47. We're going to use 47 for full bust, and then my waist is a what was it, 41 at the time, I think, and for the out to 28, it grades out to a 53 on here for my final 53 1/2, and the hip 57 7/8. So I went from an 18 and graded out to a size 28. Now here's the thing, keep in mind, so if you, because of the pattern pieces in here, what Candace has done, which I do like, is she has a page in here where she tells you, so like I did, you need to grade from a certain size, maybe but the shoulders and down further, you need to go out. And pay attention, if you need to do any grading out, pay attention to page, well, the final, I'm not sure if it's the same page, but page 10 is blend sizes, and there are 5 different pattern pieces that she show you how to blend out so you get a nice effect, because you just don't want to randomly grade out pieces and then it's not looking proportionate. So she tells you specifically which pattern pieces to grade out so it looks proportionate and looks how it's supposed to look, you know, as it was designed. So pay attention to the blended sizes. You also need some zippers, and you need 3 zippers. As a matter of fact, you need the front closure zipper. For me, and she tells you by size what size zipper to get, to make sure you get, you know, the right length zipper. And let me go to that real quick. I want to say mine is a 31 inch. I'm pretty sure mine is a 31 inch. Because you need 2 7-inch zippers, and then you need 1 long zipper. And that is, for me, I want to say I did out to a 28, which is, I think this is a 30-inch zipper because it says 30. So I'm pretty sure I got the 30-inch zipper. So yeah, 30-inch zipper, and then 7-inch zippers for the side. So you do need to make sure that you have those. So let me get let me share with you the instructions, and then I'll get into this beauty because I'm in love with her. In love. So the instructions. Kenneth's instructions are very known for taking you through the steps, really diving into maybe some tricky bits and areas that you might struggle with. She usually has the company illustrations along with the wording, and so she did that for this, because this one, you guys, this is I want to say is listed as intermediate, and it is. I'm not going to tell you it's not. This is one, I'm gonna back her up just a little bit. This is one you're gonna have to sink your teeth into and not get discouraged by anything. I will say, after the first step you're working on are these pockets. And I'm gonna pan down here so you can see. I want you to be able to see here what I'm saying. Okay, so I panned in. The first thing that you're working on, let me turn Lady Dane. First thing you're working on are these pockets. And so it's quite a few steps to put this pocket together, because you do have, as you can tell, you have the pocket here. So when you obviously put your hand in, that's what your pocket is going into. And so it's quite a few steps to put this together. I'm not gonna lie. It took me I don't even think I timed it. If you read the directions closely, which I read the instructions through a couple times, it may take you about 20 to 30 minutes just to do the pocket. And that's the first time doing it. Now when I do it, it probably won't take me that long, but because it's very precise in what you have to do. And I'm gonna bring the camera up closer so you can see. Okay, so here's the pocket. I wanted you to see this. The zipper I use for my pockets on the side, this is a metal zipper that I had in my stash. And as you can tell, it's like this lavender color. I thought it would be a beautiful contrast to this because I knew my inner fabric had that lavender and purple in it. So I thought that was beautiful. So I already had the zipper. This was a zipper tape, and I just cut it down to size. And I already had the zipper pulls, which is a rainbow zipper pull, if you can tell, which I absolutely love. One of the things, because let me just share with you, the inside of my fabric, this is a fleece from JoAnn Fabrics. This is a fleece, and the outer is a ripstop from Fabric Wholesale Direct. And so what I did was, when I cut this out, I interlined every single pattern piece. And so what I want to, and the reason I'm saying that is because this area on my pocket, if you look in the pattern, this is supposed to be square, not at an angle. It does not look bad like this, right? However, because I interlined mine and it had more fabric up in here, I couldn't get mine to get at a perfect 90-degree angle here. So I don't have that perfect angle, but to me it still looks good and everything like this. So let me put you back up. So the pocket was the most cumbersome, I would say, in construction for me. Everything else, once the pockets are done, because it's not, the pattern isn't lined, I happen to interline everything because I can only get the ripstop fabric. But obviously you can't just have the ripstop by itself. It needs to have something. So that's why I interline every single piece with the fleece from JoAnn Fabrics. Even my hood is interlined with the fleece, but you can't tell because I still line, because the only piece you line in this fabric is the hood. That's the only piece. And so I still use fleece at the top, obviously, to keep the jacket consistent all the way around. But at that pocket, it took a minute. But once the pocket is done, the rest of the pieces come together beautifully. The sleeve is a two-piece sleeve. Let me take her off of Lady Dane and bring her up so I can show you. See that two-piece sleeve right there? And you're top stitching. There's one area I did not top stitch, because you top stitch all the seams. And let me see if I can, I'm gonna put her back on Lady Dane so you can kind of see from a distance. If you can tell from a distance, this is not, I did not top stitch. And it might look like it's gathered, it is. because when I interlined the pieces, they got a little fiddly for me on this piece. So I decided to gather this top part to make sure it fits in this part, because these are two separate pattern pieces. And so that's why mine looks like it's a little gathered in back there, but everything else, all my seams match. I made sure the seams, because you have these side seams here and you have a side seam there. I made sure those with the side seam on the bottom, everything matched up completely, and it did. What else I want to tell you? For the fabric on the, if you do interline, it can be it can be a little cumbersome, because the project can be finished in a day. I would say if you didn't have to go through everything I went through, but let me tell you, I had to interline. When I interlined, I do know it took me 2 hours to interline all these pieces. And that's because I was doing other stuff and kind of yapping, running my mouth too. But yeah, it took me some time to interline all of those pieces. Now for the hood, the instructions, once you get past the pocket, the instructions, beautiful. Everything is just beautiful, beautiful, clean. It goes, actually the rest of the jacket goes like that once you get past putting that pocket in. So with the hood, it's a 3-piece hood. Let me see if you can tell. Can you tell? Yeah, you can see the seam right there. 3-piece hood. You can put in a drawstring. So I do have drawstring, but the drawstring I have is wider than my eyelet. So I just used a ribbon that I have in my stash, and I just burned the edges, and I put these stoppers at the end. So that's what I did for that. And the hood is meant to be, as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I serged mine, because if you use soft shell fabric, you will notice some of the edges you don't have to finish in the project. But for me, because I interline, I serged the edges and stitched it down, because you do have to stitch that down, and that's the casing where the string goes through. So I did do that. And also at the bottom of the jacket, you do have to you turn that up. And I want to say initially in the instructions, you don't, it's raw. And so I serged mine, if you can tell, and turned it up and stitched it down. But you don't turn it up and stitch it down to after you've put in this zipper, because you are called to edge stitch the zipper all the way down. And so I edge stitched first all the way down, then I turned the hem up and then finished all the way around, because you do stitch that down. What else do I want to say? It's meant to wear, you see I have it on with a top, and that's just because it's hot today, but I can easily wear this with a short sleeve top. Actually, I am wearing the Itch to Stitch Santorini. Do you guys remember this, where I did the contrasting side over there? But anyway, I'll leave that link below. Actually, I have an entire playlist with all Itch to Stitch patterns I have made. So it's meant to be a lightweight jacket that you wear in the fall. And the reason I was so excited about this, because I needed something like this in Texas. You all know I always say we don't get Wisconsin weather, what I'm, you know, come from, the areas where I come from up north. So something like this is perfect for those cooler days here. I absolutely love it. Oh, did I tell you I got this ripstop from Fabric Wholesale Direct, and the zipper that's in here, this purple zipper, I got this zipper from Fabric Wholesale Direct. They sell jacket zippers, and so I went ahead, and it's plastic. Can you tell? Really nice. It is nice and sturdy too. And so this is perfect for me for Texas. So perfect. What else did I want to say? So I did the same finish with the sleeve hem. I serged off the edge and then turned it up and sewed it down. I think that's all I want to say. The instructions were absolutely phenomenal. It takes, I would say, about 3 yards of fabric, so make sure you have enough fabric. I had extras, quite a bit extra of the fleece. I'll share with you now what I did with that, but see how that pocket looks on there? I absolutely I love this. And clean finish. This is what I also like, how she had you finish off the hood insertion once you put that lining in. Look how clean that is. And I totally forgot to put a label in there, but that's okay. I'm not going to add one because then that will go through the whole jacket, and I would have rather put the label in right since I interlined it. I would have put it on before I interlined the pieces together, but that's okay. I absolutely love this jacket. It is on sale, 20% off until I'll put it on the screen when that sale ends. But what I did make to go with it is a scarf. I had about this much fleece left from JoAnn Fabrics, and so I just folded in half, squared, sewed all around the edges, turned it right side out, closed it, and top stitched the edges all the way around. And so I have a scarf that if I needed to throw this on when I'm out running errands, if it gets that cold, I have it. I will have a scarf to throw on with her. I absolutely love I love this jacket so much. This was a good project, and like I said, one that you would have to be ready to sink your teeth into it, because it's a good one. It is so good. It is so worth it. The pockets are deep enough to put your phone, keys, if you just run in maybe to the store and you just need to just throw on something, run out, come back in, perfect. And so I think that's all I wanted to share with you so far as instructions. Like I said, once you get the pocket, those front pockets in, because that does take some time, everything else is really smooth. And if you are fortunate enough to find soft shell fabric in your area, it won't take you as long as it did me, because I would say it took me 2.5 full days to do this. And again, it's because I did some interlining, and I had to interline. That's mainly what it was. I had to interline all those pieces, and that took quite some time, because it's a total of, did I tell you how many pieces it is? 14. I want to say it's 14 pattern pieces. And so I interlined, yes, it's 14 pattern pieces, and I interlined all the pattern pieces except for the pocket. You don't have to interline or line the pocket. The pocket is meant to be lining fabric, but I just used the fleece for my pocket pieces. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, but everything else is completely interlined. So yeah, so it's a little bit more work on my end. Again, if you can find the soft shell fabric that the pattern calls for, obviously you can use other fabric, right? But soft shell fabric is what most of the testers, I want to say pretty much everybody made their most of the testers make their jacket in the soft shell, but because I couldn't easily access it, I used ripstop and just interlined it all with the fleece, and it worked out beautifully. I love this jacket so much. My new favorite jacket. It is my new favorite jacket. But anyway, I absolutely love it. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, if you think I left anything off, definitely let me know. She is on sale again until, I know it's a week at least, 20% off. I'll leave a link to it. It is an affiliate link if you choose to shop the pattern. I would greatly appreciate it if you use my link, but you do not have to. That will be in the description box below. I will link to, I don't know if I'll be able to link to this at JoAnn Fabrics. You can go there and probably see in their fleece section, they have all their fleece out. So you'll probably be able to find that. And I'll link to the ripstop. Because actually this is the set. I ordered some of this for my husband as well, because you know I'm making that Norris bomber jacket, and that's where he got his ripstop from. So I just got the fabric for my husband's coat and for my jacket at the same time, and the zipper came from the front zipper came from Fabric Wholesale Direct. The zippers on the side, the metal zippers, are from my stash I've had for years, so I can't exactly tell you where I got those from. And I've already had the zipper pull, so I just pulled that out my stash. And the ribbon is just a ribbon I had in my stash, and I already had the little stoppers in my stash as well. So yeah, and then the lining from the hood, that came from JoAnn Fabrics too, because you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot lining just for that piece. But that is it, everybody. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'll link to this, also the Santorini top. You know, I was a tester for this as well, and I showed in the video how to do the arm facings and everything. But anyway, so that is it, everybody. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to go shopping over at SewNaturalDane.com. 45% off site-wide inventory sale for the holidays. All right, everybody, have a blessed one, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.